feel it. It's okay. Just be natural. Just do whatever you do.
This shit weird, nigga. Why talking camera?
Hold up. All right.
It was a Friday. I was on my way back from my 8 a.m. class. I had Plain Jane by A$AP Ferg stuck in my head. So the whole time I was walking back to my room, I was just like, yeah, I gotta make a beat just like that. So, first thing I did, I got in here and I tapped the tempo out. Ride with the mob, hum through Allah. Oh shit, stop this. Stop talking. Just ride with the mob, hum through Allah. Check in with me. Normally I want to start with my main melody and whatnot, but for this beat, I started off strictly with the drums. Where's this at? So I had this metronome here. And I started with this very first kick. Just a real plain and simple type thing to make sure I catch like the bounce. 2 more kicks. Then we threw the hi-hats in. Now at this point, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to fuck these niggas up. So when I got that, first thing I did, hold on, let me turn this off. First thing I did was load up a random ass electric piano. And I don't really know music theory, but my go-to when I want to lay down some chords is a simple 2 white, 1 black. So I think it was, no, it was, yep. 2 white, 1 black. That shit is money every time. Just a simple ass. And then bring it down. I threw some reverb on here to really space out the thing. And I also have a little bit of reverb on my drums too. So if I solo the
Key fact.
Solo the reverb, you can hear the drums just a little bit. That just made the whole thing just feel bigger. At this point, I'm like, this is low-key getting away from the original idea of just like hard shit. But this is dope. So I kept going. Then I pulled up this bell. I literally just copied and pasted this into the spacey guitar joint. This thing is the exact same melody. And I just at this point, I'm pretty sure I jumped over to the 808. There's 2 different 808 patterns in this. Added my little fun facts. The majority of my beats have my voice in there hidden somewhere. So this is something I recorded like 3 years ago. I made a little folder of sounds. Where is it? You got the Chad Franklin, you got the voice. All these are just This one is this the one I use? No, this is. So that's what this is. I just pitched it up. And when I had this, I knew I just needed one little thing. The choir. So, I don't even remember these. Yeah. just these 3 notes. So I just. I wanted to come up with a different bass line that was like even more aggressive and make this shit really like hit. So I pulled up a different 808. I called this one the Dirty 808. Bwah, 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 bwah. Something to end the verses on. I had my 2 sections. I had, this is my verse, and this is my hook. When I get to a point where I have like my main chunks, I don't throw it in the timeline just yet. I go straight into writing. And for this song, this was a different one because I actually started from the beginning. Normally, when I come up with a line, I'm like, oh yeah, this will go perfect in the middle of the song. And then I work around the whole thing and just throw bits and pieces and then fill in the whole story. So this song wasn't really like, it wasn't necessarily stuff I've been going through, but it was more so stuff I've been thinking about. Like, man, this is weird. And I don't understand why I do this, or I don't understand why people are like that. The next morning, Kat came over, and I was like, yeah, I really don't know what I want to do for the hook. If you want to come up with something, that's cool. She came back the next day, and she dropped that hook, and I was like, this is exactly what I needed to fill in the puzzle. The way this starts, and it goes into... the way these bells start, I actually had this reversed. I had the space guitar here and the bells here. So, let me see here.
Things I never heard about. What
I thought this was like a cooler
intro,
real smooth.
I just peep it from a distance, sick to my stomach.
More of my voice. Actually, this was like one of the last intricacies I added. And so yeah, I thought this was a cooler intro. Kat didn't like the way the bells was on her voice, so we gave her the space guitar instead. Just chopping the beat here. Something to really accentuate certain lyrics. That fucking bass is so killer. It's crazy. It's like, that thing is so aggressive. Play this one.
Damn.
This one's turned up higher, but that one just fucking hits so hard. I added an extra kick right here. This boom, 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 cap, boom, boom, boom. This triple kick is nowhere else in the song. Played back while I'm sleeping. One last little thing I added near the end too was this
Cleaning up what shouldn't be a mess in the first place. On a Thursday, feeling like
lead into that
feeling
line.
like a weekend. On my bad habit.
Like, you know, that was just like, it was just plain.
First place, on a Thursday, feeling like a weekend. All my bad habits about to drive me off the deep end.
Hands in the air, on the ground, don't you move, I say.